Hello everyone, Ligalan here, and welcome to a brand new YouTube video. I hope you all are doing amazing. And today we're gonna have a different topic. So, I don't know how many of you guys still have Netflix, because if you do, I'm sorry, you're wasting your money. And today we're gonna watch a documentary about Netflix's downfall. Let's get right into it, shall we?
It's 1 p.m. on a random Monday afternoon. You're on your lunch break, you got 20 minutes to kill. What are you watching? Probably YouTube, right? Okay, let's switch it up. It's Friday night,
Yep.
you're on your couch, you pick
Of
up the
course.
remote. What app do you choose? If you said YouTube, you're not alone.
You're correct.
Here's the crazy thing though. YouTube isn't just dominating short videos anymore. It's taking over the biggest screen in your house. So how did YouTube go from snackable content to the king of your living room?
Just for example, take a look at what Mr. Beast is doing with the Amazon show.
And what does that mean for the future of streaming? Well, we gonna talk about it. Let's start with some numbers that might blow your mind. First up, YouTube is now the most watched streaming platform on TV. In January alone, it accounted for 8.6% of all
That's
TV streaming
crazy.
time in the US, while Netflix sat at 7.9, which is that blew my mind. I was like, YouTube beat Netflix? It sure did, John. It sure did. And then that
I
is
mean, of
more
course, YouTube beat Netflix. It has the biggest audience out of any of them all. Like, look at the other ones. Like, we go from 8.6 to 7.9 to 2. That's a crazy difference.
It's about something that feels real, that you can connect to. On Netflix, you can get scripted reality shows, which, to be fair to them, can be entertaining. But on YouTube, you get people sharing their personal experiences and their stories. And
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Like, this guy too. Okay? This video is really informative. So a lot of people are gonna watch it because there are a lot of people around the world that are in the same or have the same opinion as him. So you can resonate with your audience. Like, it's not a TV show that, oh, I'm gonna put on the TV show and that's it. You know, there is no human interaction. Yes, we are behind a camera and a screen, but there is a human interaction because what you can do, you can comment it in the comments, you can put a like, you can dislike it. So it feels more in touch with the content from between the content creator and the audience. So there is that sense of community. Like, I don't think many of you people are there watching, I don't know, whatever series it is, and contacting the the production house with the email they give you. Like, nobody does that.
and it can cause a profound change in yourself because you learn something along the way. One day you might be watching somebody travel the world
Exactly.
with just a backpack and a camera, and the next day you're learning how to change your tire in some random dude's garage. Or you
Or
might
even
be
the same
focusing
day.
on a new hobby that you never knew existed because YouTube just thought that you might like it. Lately, videos are becoming longer and longer. That 4 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. I've seen some that are like 70 plus hours. Personally, I watch a podcast
Jesus.
every week that's like 4 hours long. I can't finish it in one sitting sometimes, so I'll come back to it.
Yeah,
but
of course,
I
4
do
hours
know
in
that if I
4 hours in one run is crazy. If you don't speed run through it, of course.
have a 2-hour movie on Netflix and I pause it halfway through and go do something, I'm not going to finish watching that video. I'll feel like, yeah, I kind of got the idea. I'm just going to watch something new. But for YouTube, it's unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get out of the experience and you want to be there for it. On YouTube, creators aren't just producing content. They are building relationships. They're
Exactly.
responding to comments and they're tailoring their content to what the viewers want, what they're asking for. I mean, I know it
Now, I'm a small channel, so yeah, I just started 2 months ago. So yeah, but if somebody, I don't need like 2 million comments in my comment section. Like, if I get one comment, on one video of a guy saying, hey yo, I did the same thing, this thing is amazing, or hey yo, I hate that thing too. Like, that's really cool, you know? That makes you feel some kind of way. Like, holy shit. So what I'm saying resonated with this other person too. Which is, at the end of the day, it is what you want, really. Like, you have to have that sense of community, not just, you know, brainlessly making content. If you get what I mean.
It might sound crazy, but I don't have a connection to Mark Wahlberg or Chris Pratt.
Exactly.
But I do have a connection to my fellow creators, this community that we've all built, that we share things with each other, we learn from each other, and that is something that just can't be replicated. At the moment, Netflix charges $15.49 a month for the 5 TV shows that you have it for. Okay, let's be honest. Maybe a couple movies, but still waiting on Stranger Things.
I remember when I first had my Netflix subscription, I was paying the premium family packet. It was 15. I don't want to say bullshit, but it was 15 euros or 16 euros a month. Then they upped it up. They raised it to upped it up. Jesus fucking Christ. They raised it to 18, and I was like, no, okay, no fucking chance, because I don't get any value out of it. If you want to see a series, I get it. You pay for a month, wink wink. You pay for a month, and then you cancel the subscription, which, by the way, it's not worth it. Sorry to say.
YouTube Premium is cheaper than Netflix, and it bundles as a music service, which I don't really listen to a whole lot of music, but I do use it for the podcast, so I love it. But it's not just about the cost, it's about the ecosystem.
I mean, let's be real. If you want music and podcast, you have Spotify. That's it. You don't need YouTube.
Netflix spends billions of dollars on original
or
programming.
whatever the subscription is called.
We don't have to rely on a Hollywood budget. We don't have to get permission from some studio. It's us telling our story.
And guys, I wanted to ask you, like, yes, they have all that budget, but most of the things they do nowadays are mid at best. Like, what was the last film you watched in a movie theater and was like, oh, yes, this movie is really good? Personally, mine was Oppenheimer, which was a really good film. And yeah, I always, you know, I watch some of these new movies and I'm like, and that costed, I don't know, 200 mil to make. That's crazy. Let's watch it together. Craven budget. The budget for this film was between 110 and 130 million dollars. Can you believe this shit? Like, this is crazy. This film, I mean, $1 million was wasted on this film, honestly. And I'm pretty sure that the budget was this high for the casting that they choose. But what a shame, man. What a shame.
But the best part is YouTube shares that revenue with its creators. Over the past 3 years, YouTube has paid out more than $70 billion through its partner program. Think about what that means. You as a creator don't only get to share your passion with the world, but you get...
And not only that, but imagine how much they are making to be able to give the creators all around the platform $70 billion.
Paid for it. Whether you're a gaming creator pulling in millions of views, or you're a very niche creator with a small but loyal audience, which arguably, in my opinion, I think is much better. Google 1,000 true fans. Now, compare that to Netflix. Sure, they spend billions on their own programming, but what are we getting out of it? barely entertainment. But yeah, there's no direct opportunity for you or me to make money off the platform. Now, that said, I do recognize that I'm comparing apples to oranges here because they're not the same thing. But the point I'm trying to make is that I never realized how awesome this orange could be. My mind was limited to apples. Would YouTube be the apples? YouTube's winning is all I'm saying. It's not just a platform, it's a partnership. The more creators that succeed, the more that YouTube grows. The more that YouTube grows, the more opportunities creators have. The more opportunities creators have, the more creators that succeed, and so on, and so on. But it's not only about money, is it? It's about influence.
And there is another but. The more creators you have, the more saturation in whatever type of content you are making there is. So, for example, like, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but if you go back in time, like the 2010s, there wasn't as many, I should say, people making content, whatever that content is. And the type of content that people were making was really different. And I'm happy about a movement that is starting around now, and it's been happening for some time. It's that people want to go to the old format. What I mean by that? I mean that people want to make genuine, original, not too edited, fake, energy given type of content, but we want to go back to have that connection with the creator and the community, which isn't formed around us arguing and throwing tomatoes at each other, basically. So I'm happy about that. And if you take a look at any of my other videos, there is basically my only tool that I'm skilled with in editing is cutting. So that's basically it. And I try to do less as possible. Like, of course I'm gonna cut a lot, because you go watch me and you see me on mute for 20 minutes because I'm concentrating on a game and I'm like this. Like, obviously nobody will want to watch me. Like, that's normal. But what I'm getting to is that all these special effects, all these editing skills, they are awesome because they are, but it's too much. Like, our brains are rotten on another level. Like, that's crazy. We can't sit down and watch a video for longer than 1 minute and 90 seconds, which is basically the TikTok long format content. And yeah, that fucking nuts, man.
It's about power. YouTube is shaping the culture in a way that Netflix just can't. Creators aren't just entertainers, we're teachers, we're storytellers, we're tastemakers, we're building communities and inspiring audiences. We are making Hollywood shaking its boots. I had a different line prepared there, but you might be eating. So, while Netflix is so busy trying to...
You know, the only thing I don't like about this video is comparing the two. Like, yes, YouTube is an entertainment company, and I want to say us creators are basically the pulsing heart of this company, but I don't think we can compare the two. Acting and making movies, it's a really different type of entertainment, and it's not comparable to making YouTube videos, in my opinion. If you go watch a Tarantino movie, for example, I love Tarantino movies, and you go watch his film. Let's go, you see Django for the first time, and Django is 3 hours long if I'm not mistaken. It's a really different type of entertainment that I can give you guys. Let's be honest here. And the type of entertainment, like, let's just say, why do I need Spotify if I have YouTube? Some might say that. Because the value that Spotify provides, which is bigger than YouTube's. Like, going wherever and putting Bluetooth, and you can do that with YouTube too, but that's not my point. It's a platform built only for that type of entertainment, so for the music industry and now podcasting, which are two things that you can do with basically putting your earbuds or your headphones on, and it's done, you know? You click play and you listen to it. YouTube is it's a different form of entertainment than it is a movie. I just want to say that. To me, he's wrong here. Like, you can't make this comparison, in my opinion.
Keep up its subscriber numbers, YouTube is rewriting the rules of streaming. It's not about what you watch, it's who you watch. So what does this mean for the future of streaming? Are we done with subscription models? Are we ushering in a new era where creators hold all the power? I don't know. One thing's clear though, YouTube isn't competing with Netflix. It has destroyed Netflix, and Netflix doesn't even know it. Now, if you're wondering how to take advantage of all this crap that I just said, well, YouTube released this report full of insider tips, and I was going to cover a few of them in this video, but Rob here, he's much more articulate than I am, so I'd recommend checking his video out. I'm going to implement some of the tips that he says on my personal channel, so it's worth the watch. You know what to do. It's 1 p.m. on a...
Okay. So, amazing video. Really. But I don't think it's a race between YouTube and Netflix in any way. Like, yeah, Netflix was really cool when it came out. You know? Thinking about having all these shows, all these series, all these movies on one platform. The problem is that now we have 20 that are more competitive and offer more value. That's because Netflix has had a rough patch nowadays. But it's only because now we have 20 streaming platforms which is custom made to gather to the audience of whatever they are putting out. Like, there is HBO, there is Disney Plus, there is Amazon Prime, there is Netflix, there is Paramount Plus. So it spread. The audience spread. I don't think it's a fair comparison comparing Hollywood to YouTube. Like, we are not on the same boat. It's two different runners on two different tracks. One is sprinting and the other is doing a marathon. You can find the original video and the vidIQ's video in the description, so make sure to check it out, to like it, and subscribe to his channel, and comment down below your thoughts on whether or not you agree with me on my take or you agree with him on his take. Just let me know. There is no right answer. There is your answer. So, again guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, and if you want to support me grow this channel, subscribe, and if you didn't like the video, give it a dislike. You have the freedom of speech and the freedom to express yourself. Having said that, that's about it. See ya guys. Bye bye. Take care.